If your inner voice says things like you're not good enough or you're a bad person, please know that someone put that voice there. It's not yours and it's not true. Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me here today. If you're new, I'm Amanda. Welcome to the channel where we are all about shattering the mental health stigma. If you haven't already, please make sure you make sweet, sweet love to that subscribe button. Give the bell a few kisses so you're not missing any of this content designed to help you with your mental health or help you help someone else. Today, I'm going to be reacting to Make It Stop, September's Children by Rise Against. This is a request from my amazing, lovely patron, Alkin. Thank you so much for your continued love and support. But before we dive into today's reaction, I just want to give a super big thank you to the sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. I'm confident to say that I'm not alone in feeling like I'm still bouncing back after the craziness of the pandemic. For me, it created a lot of uncertainty, insecurity, and of course, it triggered a whole lot of anxiety symptoms. For many, such mental health challenges might be brand new. BetterHelp is ensuring that we all have quick and affordable access to a licensed therapist that can help us manage our mental health. You aren't crazy and you aren't alone. Many of us are still trying to find our footing after such an intense situation. As a special offer to my viewers, BetterHelp is offering 10% off your first month of professional therapy by going to betterhelp.com/Amanda Webster. That's betterhelp.com/Amanda Webster. Thanks again so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Let's dive on in. I have heard of Rise Against, but I've never heard them. I've heard of them, but I've never heard them. Seems to be kind of a common thing, all these bands that people have talked about, but I've just never listened to, so I'm excited to see what we're getting into, what we're doing here. Sick, that is disgusting. Oh yeah, you're so cool, haha. Look, a breath exhaled, a release and escape that the person couldn't find elsewhere. And the most common thing I hear from people who have lost a loved one to suicide is, I had no idea. And oftentimes, we don't have any idea what our kids are going through at school. We don't know how bad our best friend might really have it if we're not around to see this kind of behavior. And unfortunately, many people don't know what the red flags that they were talking about look like. So we just don't even know, we don't have any idea what we're looking for if that hasn't been taught to us. It's something very important to know. But secondly, these people that are afflicted get really good at hiding it, or they feel like they have to because these people have convinced them that they're not worth getting help. So I guess that quote at the beginning of the video was quite poetic, did not expect that. But they don't believe that they're worth fighting for. They don't believe that they're worth someone taking their hand and guiding them. Now they've been conditioned and convinced to believe that they're worthless, and that is just absolutely heartbreaking. On his feet, he died. That was huge for me. Very interesting because he tried to the bitter end, to stay standing, to hold himself up, to stand tall, and the demise, whether physical or metaphorical, wasn't sitting down and giving up. It was collapsing from exhaustion. And there was a part in there, what God would damn a heart, I believe it said, what God would damn a heart. That's a really good question, not a loving one, that's for sure. And like I said, I had a really hard time coming to terms with that in my youth, and that's one of the reasons I left organized religion. As someone who's bisexual and a survivor of bullying, this is really hard to watch, but it also hits really close to home. I grew up in a little conservative town that was defined by the church you went to, and people just weren't accepting of the LGBTQ plus community. So it was very, very hard. But this person's fought for 18 years. No doubt have they cried out for mercy to a god or to a deity. And the ledge that they find themselves on is more like a corner that they've been pushed into, and that weightless step is all that seems left when they can't find energy to fight anymore. Oh my god, no. It's the most Oh my god. Like, this person is trying to step out of a cage of sorts, you know, a cage that's created by a society that doesn't understand, paired with something that they were never taught to manage. We're never taught to manage bullying because it's not supposed to be something that happens. And we just assume, oh, that's not going to happen to our children. That's not going to happen in our school, in our community, in our loving little area, but it does. So now they're not taught how to deal with the mental health afflictions that come from such behavior. And there are two outlets for the frustrations of the powerless and the hopeless, and that's insanity or violence. And when someone can't seem to find hope or healing or a person to truly empathize with them and help them and guide them, they're either going to lash out or they're going to make a decision like suicide as their brain malfunctions. They could lash out. This could be a school shooting and they could take it out on others. Or as their brain malfunctions, they could take it out on themselves, unfortunately. And the mention of the cattle prod, interestingly enough, reminds me of Aunt Lydia from The Handmaid's Tale, which is a show I really, really like. And she uses the cattle prod to force the handmaids into submission. But the sick and twisted part about it is that she's showing love, or she in her own mind, she believes she's showing love because she believes she's protecting the handmaids from damnation, from a society that was failing and falling. And she believes that this is the loving thing to do because she believes she's protecting them from evil. And I think that that's pretty telling of this message specifically, because the majority of people who condemn the LGBTQ youth or individuals in general are the extreme conservatives as depicted in dystopian societies like that of Gilead in The Handmaid's Tale. But it's always darkest before the dawn, so stay awake and let's prove them wrong, I think. I hope I'm quoting that back correctly. That is perhaps one of the most powerful mental health lyrics I've ever heard, and that's saying something for a channel who is all about mental health. I love that lyric. Let's prove them wrong. Let's keep fighting. Stay awake. Don't fall into the darkness. Don't go to sleep. Don't become complacent. Don't let them win. Stay strong. Let's fight it. I love that. What a powerful message. And this music falls into the genre of music that I most gravitate towards. So I have no idea why I've never been introduced to this, but I love it. I love the lyrics. I love his voice. I just really love everything about this. I'm not a professional that can say, oh, I really love this about the drums, or I really love this about the guitar riff, but I really just adore the sound.
Keep your head up. Be who you want to be.
I know how you feel, but it's not true. You are worth it.
Yes.
Don't underestimate the kindness of other humans.
They're there if you look.
Never give up. There's so much more life.
Oh my god.
Things get better.
It will get better.
Life gets better.
It gets better.
It does get better.
It gets so much better.
It does get better.
Life gets better.
Yes, it does. I support the It Gets Better project. I support the Trevor project. I'm going to link resources below if you are being bullied, whether you're LGBTQ or not. It does get better. Sometimes you have to make it better. Sometimes you have to fight for it, but it does get better. And I loved how it showed their lives after the fact. You know, I had made a video about if I had jumped, here's all the things I would have missed out on, and you might not see it now because you're stuck in this darkness, but there's so many things that you can miss out on, so much potential that is just going down the drain. And at the end of the day, you're letting those people win. The only way that we can stop them from winning is proving them wrong, by showing them our worth, by standing up and showing them that that's not going to get to us, that when they do things like this, that's not going to bother us. We're going to keep on moving, and we're going to keep on fighting, and we're going to prove them wrong. The gatherings hold candles, but not their tongues. And the masses go through rituals of supposed mourning while not learning a damn thing to break the cycles that push people beyond their limits. Look, 50% of LGBTQ youth seriously consider suicide, and 18% attempt. That is twice the rate of all teens. So at twice the rate, we're losing our LGBTQ youth, and this is unacceptable. If you see something, say something. If you witness bullying, stand up, whether that means standing up for that person or telling someone. Make sure that they're getting the support they need. Make sure they know that you will listen to them, that you're there for them. There are safe places, be it the Trevor community, be it here on the channel. We're a safe place, we're accepting, we're loving, you're welcome here. No matter where you're at in your journey, no matter who you are, we will see you, and we love you, and we appreciate everything that you have to offer. But this song is meant to show another option. Earlier I said there's two options for those that are feeling hopeless, that are feeling powerless, and this song's meant to show another option and demand real change and give hope to the people that are feeling hopeless. But it's showing them that healing, standing proud, and teaching those that don't understand, and ignoring the people who aren't willing to, is how we move forward with this. This has been going on since obviously before I was born, but I know I dealt with it growing up, and we are moving in the right direction, but we have to keep this dialogue going, especially in the small communities, in the small towns. We have to be shifting the dialogue away from hate and to acceptance. We have to be shifting away from the mindsets that perpetuate bullying and be sitting down together and having conversation and communicating. And I think that that's very important. I love this video. I love this song. Like I said, this band is right up my alley, so I'm not sure why I was never introduced to it, but I'm very excited to listening to more. So if you have more suggestions, make sure to let me know below, but also make sure you're sharing your story. Share who you are here, because we want to know you. We see you and we want to know you. So make sure you're sharing your mental health story here, or just talking about who you are if you need to share it. If nobody's seeing you, if you're struggling to find people that see your worth, we will help you see it. Make sure you share this video, because this message needs to be spread far and wide. Like I said, I will share some links to different organizations that can really help if you're being bullied or if you're struggling with your mental health. And again, thank you BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. BetterHelp does connect you with people, with licensed professionals based on your needs. And one of those needs is individuals who are in the LGBTQ community. So if you are needing to speak with someone, that is there for you. And again, they're offering that 10% off your first month of professional therapy. So thanks again so much for BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Make sure you give this a thumbs up. I love you guys so much. Mwah. It gets better.